Welcome to CookTop Vipes. Today we dive into the world of Asian street food, full of bold flavors, sizzling sounds, and colorful dishes. From noodles to skewers, this countdown will take you right to the streets of Asia. Amid the bustle of evening streets, under the glow of lanterns and the scent of steaming broth, you might find baskets filled with warm eggs. But inside is not just yolk and white. It's a partially developed duck embryo. It's eaten hot, seasoned with a pinch of salt, vinegar, or soy sauce. For locals, it's a favorite on-the-go snack, hearty, warming, and carrying a certain symbolism, the strength of life in a single bite. Visitors approach with caution, but curiosity wins, and the first crack of the shell becomes a true test of courage. They say the flavor is tender and even slightly sweet if you can look past the appearance. When the cold wind brings the season of fresh seafood catches, this special delicacy appears in market stalls. Soft, creamy fish milt is steamed, wrapped in tempura, grilled, or even served raw with tangy sweet ponzu sauce. The texture is velvety, and the flavor is light with a subtle briny sweetness of the sea. Locals value it for its uniqueness and seasonality. You can only enjoy it at a certain time of year. For newcomers, Shirako is a true culinary revelation, something that either captivates from the first taste or leaves a lasting, unforgettable impression. At first glance, you'd think these eggs have aged for centuries, but the secret lies in the method. The white turns dark and translucent, like precious stone, while the yolk becomes creamy with a rich, slightly ammonia-like aroma. They're preserved for months in a mixture of clay, salt, and lime until the flavor is fully developed. Often served with pickled ginger or diced into a warm rice porridge, century eggs are a familiar tradition for some and a mystery to be solved for others. In small seafood eateries, the chef takes an octopus and slices it into pieces within seconds. The tentacles, dressed with sesame oil and seeds, are still moving on the plate thanks to lingering nerve impulses. You must eat with care, chewing thoroughly, as the suction cups can cling to the tongue. For locals, it's a symbol of absolute freshness, served just moments after the catch. Among the rows of street stalls, there's one aroma that carries far. Sharp, fermented, and unmistakable, it draws those who either avoid it or seek it out deliberately. Tofu is soaked in a special brine of vegetables and spices, sometimes for months, until it reaches its signature strength. Most often, it's fried to a golden crisp and served with spicy sauce and pickled cabbage. On market tables, between heaps of spices and fragrant herbs, you might spot large black spiders. They're marinated in garlic and salt, sometimes with a hint of sugar, then deep fried in hot oil. The legs turn crisp like chips, while the body holds tender white meat. Once a means of survival during hard times, they've now become a snack for thrill seekers and a bold choice for adventurous eaters. In mountain areas, where fish was scarce, protein often came from the fields. Locusts were collected from rice paddies, cleaned, dried, and simmered in soy sauce with sugar until glossy. The flavor is sweet-savory, rich, with a pleasant crunch. Once an everyday meal, today it's a rare treat found at festivals or in specialty shops. Steam rises slowly from large wooden boxes at market stalls. Inside are dark, sticky rice blocks mixed with pig's blood. Before serving, a piece is skewered, brushed with soy sauce, rolled in crushed peanuts, and topped with fresh herbs. The texture is both bouncy and soft, the flavor rich with nutty undertones. It's a street food classic that can be eaten in minutes, yet leaves a lasting feeling of warmth and satisfaction. As cooler days replace warm ones, kitchens turn to hearty soups. One of them is made with snake meat, combined with poultry, dried mushrooms, and fragrant herbs. The broth becomes thick and aromatic, while the snake meat is tender with a flavor somewhere between chicken and seafood. In local tradition, this soup is believed to strengthen the body and ward off illness. Among the street-side trays of fruit and nuts, you might see large pans filled with golden brown cocoons. These are silkworm pupae, fried until crisp on the outside. Inside, they're soft, with a nutty, shrimp-like taste. They're sold by the handful, eaten like sunflower seeds or peanuts as a quick street snack. In some places, they're boiled and served in hot broth to enhance their aroma. For locals, they're a familiar source of protein. For visitors, they're a small but memorable adventure. That was our top 10 Asian street foods. Which one would you try first? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and join CookTop Vipes for more tasty adventures.